Sunday. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. Look, I need you guys checking in today. Y'all know how we do live at 5 on Sundays. It is indeed another Chit Chat Pot Sunday, but today's Sunday is very different this Sunday because this is my Sunday before I head to the big stage of the Petite USA Pageant. So Jada did us a big flyer this week about pull up for the Petite Send Off. So you guys come in, check in, check in, check in. Let us know that you're checking in. Hopefully you guys were able to see the flyer, check in, park with us for a few minutes, chat with us. Y'all know I've been sharing this journey for the road to nationals, this journey for the pageant. Hey, Diana, checking in from Alabama, from Montgomery. Thank you. I've been sharing this journey with you guys for the Petite organization since last summer. And so the time has come for us to compete at the national level. July came by so fast, y'all. I promise y'all, it seemed like it was just overnight. But it seemed like I was just asking y'all to help me find a dress and pick interview outfits and all this kind of stuff. And just like that, this week is pageant week. And so, but I'm excited. The things that, we have prepared for mentally, physically, spiritually, all those things. This is the week that everything comes to fruition. Everything that you have equipped yourself for, prepared yourself for. This is what it's all about this week. The sisterhood that we have bonded with all my other sister queens and the things that we have shared based off our passion and our purpose for our platforms. All these things are coming into fruition this week. And I'm excited. I'm excited to talk about my platform, which is this podcast that was birthed for a safe space for the everyday woman to be able to inspire, motivate, support, and encourage her to create her inner courage to be the best version of herself, to show up in every space that she represent and enter in. And I think that's exactly what we do every time that we provide an open opportunity on this podcast. That's what this platform represents, and that's what I'm going to carry this week to the Petite USA platform organization, showcasing what this platform represents: the sisterhood, the womanhood. Y'all know I've always said on this platform, there's no hood like the womanhood, and we show that every week, every Sunday. For the last 2 years, we have shown that on this platform, how we build each other up, how we mentored, how people have came and poured into us and shared their testimonies and gave us insight on things. People have created businesses and became entrepreneurs and marketed their business from this platform. And those are the things that this platform does. And I cannot wait to share that with the Petite organization, with the judges, with all those who are interested in knowing who Elite Miss Mid-Atlantic 2026 is. I'm so excited. Thank you guys for all the support this entire year, this last summer, since I made the announcement. I'm ready. Like, y'all, it's go time. It is go time. I am ready. Is your girl nervous? The nerves haven't hit me yet. I think I have a little anxiousness, but the nerves haven't hit me yet. I think I'm in a good space where I feel like it's go time. Like, I'm ready to do it. Let's do this thing. Let's get it. Let's go. And that's the space I want to stay in all week. I don't want to be distracted with nothing else. I don't want it to be a space of looking at it as, competition. Even though it is a competition, I don't want to put my head space in that, because I want to show up in the best version of myself, being authentically me, showcasing who I am, who y'all see me as every week. And I think when I do that, that's the best thing that I can do. I can show up, that's a winning version for me. because I can do nothing but be the best version of myself. And that's all I'm going to do. So I'm super, thank you. Hey, y'all, my photographer. Let me give this woman a shout out, because everybody has been telling me about the pictures. Y'all seen some of the photos that I have shared from the New York photo shoot, right? Well, Dr. Lakeisha Williams, y'all see her in the comments, Velocity Photography. I'm telling you, if you need a photographer, this woman has the vision to take your photography, like she would take you there. And so I'm so glad we did. You guys, and trust me, when you guys, those who have donated to my journey to nationals, you know, when we had the calendar fundraiser calendar donation in March for Women's History Month, and those who have actually donated towards the People Choice. And I'm on the leaderboard for People Choice. So thank you guys for that. And so those who have donated for that, guess what? You get an autographed picture, one of these beautiful photos from my wonderful photographer, Dr. Lakeisha Williams. And it's autographed from your elite Miss Mid-Atlantic 2026. Guys, those when I tell y'all, those, I'm gonna get them blown up. I'm gonna get them blown up in my house because they are just that great. And I am so super excited about trusting her on the things. Thank you, J Dub. That's Jada's daddy, y'all. That's my baby daddy. But thank you, Jada. We are very supportive of each other in all the things that we do. So I appreciate that. Thank you, Peaches. Y'all gonna make me cry. Okay. See, now the nerves are coming because y'all gonna make me cry. But thank you, Peaches. I appreciate that, Peaches. And I go all the way back to our military days in Osan. But yes, thank you, Velocity Photography. Y'all got to use her. So if you're looking for a great photographer to take and market your business, your whatever you're trying to do, as far as if you're in a pageant or you're a birthday, whatever it is, or you just want to do a photo shoot because you just want to look bomb diggity, this is your girl. Please hit her up and let her know I sent you. But she's already, I told her she's already gonna be booked for my 50th, and she's already gonna be booked for my daughter's wedding, all this kind of stuff. So all that is already taken care of. I'm like, you already booked for that. So, but she is phenomenal. So thank you, Dr. Lakeisha. I appreciate you. So those who have donated, you definitely would get the autograph, and there's different pictures. So never know which picture you're gonna get. But all the pictures are great because every picture she provided, I can't even pick, y'all. That's how great they were. And so, we did it. We did that thing in New York, and I loved it. I loved every minute of it. So thank you. But look, y'all, so a whole year of preparation to this moment. So this week, they've given us an opportunity. Thank you, classmate. So they've given us an opportunity to do countdown to the crown, right? And so, and kind of give you guys a little background in my division. I'm in the Elite Miss division. That's the 40 plus division. And so in the Petite organization is a organization for women 5, 6 and under. It's just like the it's just like the regular Miss America and Miss USA Pageant organization. It's the 5, 6 and under ladies. There's divisions for the Miss, the teens, the Miss, the Mrs, and the Elite Miss. And so, and with the ladies over 40, we don't have to do the bathing suits. We do an athletic wear for our competition. So somebody said 40 wear. I know, right? We about to be 50, boo. But I'm so excited. So I'm so excited about look, y'all, I had so much fun picking out every outfit. Y'all know how I like to do things anyway, as far as dressing, but trying to pick out something for athletic wear was kind of tough for me because even though I work out every day, I want it to be cute. I want it to be cute and sassy and represent me. And so I can't wait till you guys see it, because it's gonna be it's definitely gonna be me. When y'all see it, y'all gonna be like, that's Shan, when you see it. But it's cute and sassy, and definitely me. So it's not something you're gonna see me in every day when you see me working out in my workout videos or pictures or whatever, but it's definitely cute where you're gonna say that's a Shan outfit right there. But I love it. So I'm excited about that. We do have a optional category where you can do a costume that represents your state or your region. So I did enter that. So I will be doing the costume portion. I'm super excited about that. So shout out to my best friend Libra with Press on Us LLC, who always do all of my stuff. You know, when you see my t-shirts, my sweatshirts, and everything that gets made from my football mom stuff, everything, she's always done it. And so she did my stuff for my costume portion, to represent my costume portion. And you're actually get tomorrow, for tomorrow's countdown to the crown, you'll get to, we have to do a sneak peek of our wardrobe. So you do something that gives a sneak peek of your wardrobe. And tomorrow's sneak peek from my wardrobe is going to be something from my costume. So when you see it, you're gonna be like, what in the world is that going to be about? So when you see it, those who know me from back in the day might pick it up, because it was something back in the day that that we used when I was back in my high school days, you know, doing our little thing. But when you see it, when I post a picture, you'll be able to kind of piece some of the stuff together, and you might kind of say, oh, I might know what she's going to be wearing for her costume thing. But nevertheless, that's going to be my wardrobe sneak peek for tomorrow. It's going to be for my costume. Everything else is going to be wait till the day of to see. But I figured costume, because that's an optional portion of our competition, I figured I'll do the sneak peek for costume. So y'all will be able to see that on tomorrow. But we have done 5 days of the countdown so far, with the kickoff for Countdown to the Crown. And so I'm gonna let Jada post all the things. If you have missed what I have posted on there, I'm gonna let Jada let y'all see. Thank you, Peaches. Let Jada let y'all see. I am representing the Mid-Atlantic region, which is New York, New Jersey, New Jersey, Delaware, Pennsylvania, Maryland, Virginia, and West Virginia. So those are my states within my Mid-Atlantic region. So that's who I'll be representing. And so I'm pretty excited about that. You probably have seen me do different things in different, and I did something with the Commanders when they did their team thing a few weeks ago, when the monks came and did their peace walk throughout Virginia and the DC area. I did that some weeks ago with that. And so so different areas that I was able to go do. And that's why I did the photo shoot in New York, because New York is part of my region as well. So so pretty excited about that. So so the countdown to the crown, on the first day, we had to do our meet the queen. So some of the things you had to do a little introduction, some of the things about us. So of course I shared that, you know, I was an Air Force veteran. I was a mother of 2 of the greatest blessings on this side of heaven. I'm a grandmother to 2 of the best fur babies in the world. Y'all already know how I feel about Nova Celine and Brownie Thomas. And of course, I am the CEO of Chit Chat Pod LLC, and legacy consultant firm that's coming up, and Country Confessions bakeries. So and some other things that'll be coming up in the future. So stay tuned for all of that. But I'm so excited, because beyond the title, beyond the crown, beyond some of the other things, there's so much more to me than, you know, just wearing this sash or wearing this crown or whatever. There's things that I get in the weeds where I volunteer with the Mission Continue project here. It's a veteran project where we go around in the DC, the lower suburb areas of the DC area and help those areas, build up those areas, schools, and painting the classrooms, and planting trees and things, and making the schools look better in those areas, that in the low cost areas. So been doing that for the last 3 years since I've been here in the DC area. So that's one of the major projects that I do volunteer my time to as a veteran. So, but yeah, so much beyond that. But one of the fun facts that the second day we had to provide a fun fact that somebody may not know. And I had so many, so I had to think something that people probably would even imagine. But you see me in different capacity. You see me being silly. You see me having fun. You see me out, having a good time on trips, partying, doing all that kind of thing. But one of the things that I am so serious about is ministry. I am serious about when it comes to ministry. I'm serious about my role in ministry, how I lead in ministry, and all of that, and always have been. And anybody that I have led in the capacity of ministry will tell you that. We're not gonna give God nothing, no little bit, and give him, half. I always tell my kids half, you're not gonna give him that and then go out there at the pep rally at the school and you dancing your butt off and doing all this kind of stuff, 110%. Then you want to give God 5 and 10%, barely moving and doing things when it comes to worship and ministry and all of that. And so, once they learn that concept, he gets all of it. When he gets all of it, he's going to make sure everything else is taken care of. And so dance ministry was one of my major leading ministries that I did, and I totally enjoy it. I miss it too as well. And so, and I had one of the fun things is I had the opportunity not only to dance and to lead that ministry as a ministry leader, but my children, I brought my children up in it, and they became ministry leaders in dance ministry. And so, had the gift of ministry of leading and dancing. And if you have never seen them dance, whether they dance together or dance alone by themselves, you are missing a treat, because when I tell you the anointing, I always say God gives you a special sauce. That's that anointing. And that can only be given by God. You can't fake that. You can't, none of that can be faked. You got to be able to have that, and it shows that when you're doing that. So when you're performing in the art of dancing and ministering in dance, it shows. And it shows a difference between dancing up under the anointing and dancing as performance. And so and they had to learn that through ministry. And when they learned that through ministry, God just took them off. And so that was one of the fun facts. I was able to do ministry with my children, and able to provide and give them opportunities to lead, and they've been doing it ever since. And now they're doing things, they're leading, they're dancing and doing things on their own with their own ministry. So that's one of the fun things I was able to do. So the scripture tells you your gift will make room for you. And that indeed, it really has. So I'm grateful for that opportunity. So the third day we had to do, what's the third day, Jada? Okay. The third day was your favorite thing about your state or region. And so, because y'all know I'm a football girl, even though my team is not in my region, I have so many teams in my region that on any given Sunday, you can catch a game anywhere. I'm in a DMV area, so you can either catch a Baltimore Raven game or you can catch a Washington Commanders game easily. And then 2 hours away from us is the Eagles. And so, and then if you want to take a joyride on the train to New York, the New Jersey area, you could catch the Giants or the Jets. And so it's an opportunity for you to catch football if you have the love for football like I do. And so that's one of the favorite things I love about my region, because you're not going to miss no football, in the mid-Atlantic regions, because there's too many teams in this region for you not to enjoy the culture, the football, the community of it, and the teams, because we got some really good teams in this area. The Philadelphia Eagles were reigning football champions to last year. So yeah, so we definitely got a good selection of teams to take a jab at if you're not catching your football team that you can catch on any given Sunday. So that was one of my favorite things about my region. And so the next day, day 4, was about our platform. And y'all know that this podcast is my baby. And I've shared the story about how this podcast got birthed, because when my son decided to decided on a school far from home, when we lived in Georgia, I decided to take a job to be a little bit closer to him. He went to school in Connecticut. We was down in Georgia. So I took a job in DC to be a little bit closer. But during the time that I was in Georgia, I was on a high school podcast for high school football, and we called Friday Night Lights. And so we would talk all things football. And when I tell you, it was crazy, because we had a couple girls on the podcast, the rest was guys, but we had a slew of people that would come on any given week, and especially on Friday nights after games, to talk about the games, the stats, and all that. And let me tell you, you had to have a love of football, because that atmosphere was electric. And the girls, me and the girls that stood on that podcast, we knew just as much or more about football, the coaches, the stats, the players, than some of the guys did. And because we did our work, of course, I was a football mom, so, I had that knowledge anyways. And then, being, just because I'm a competitor in sports, coming up with my family, being a competitive sport, we love sports. And so before my kids start being active in sports, my family was into sports anyways. And so I was an avid softball player. My whole family was a softball, my whole family was played on a softball team, my sister, my mom, everybody. And so, when my kids became active as sports players, of course, it kept me, active in it. But, because my son stayed with football, it became my thing. And so I learned everything about football. Thought I could coach it. I was like, I need to go out there and be an NFL like referee. But when they started letting the women referees start refereeing, I was like, I want to do that. And then my kids were like, no, Mom, because you'd be too into the game, you won't pay attention. So I quickly dismissed that. But I really think I could be a great referee for the NFL, because I love the game so much. But anywho, but if not, y'all call me if y'all need a coach, assistant, or somebody just to cheer the people on in the locker room, because I'm real good at that too. But the Chit Chat podcast got birthed when I moved to DC, and I could no longer do the Friday Night Lights football podcast, because I wasn't there. I wasn't there watching the high school games, so I couldn't keep the stats up and all that. And although my team still wanted me to stay on, it was kind of hard for me to do that. So I walked away, and because I thought that would be best. And when I did, I was thinking, what can I do? Because that football podcast was so electric. What can I do to provide an atmosphere for women to have the same, even though it wasn't just men on that podcast, there was women who was just as avid about football and their team and their players and their children that was playing on there just as much as the men. But I wanted a safe space for women to have what I saw, those men that would come on faithfully. I mean, they would beat us on there sometime. Are y'all having a podcast today? Kind of thing. And so I wanted that for the women. I wanted something for the women. What if women had a safe space that they can call, they can chat with their girlfriends, we can talk all things women, we can, we can be there for one another, uplift, encourage, inspire, motivate, all that. Provide a real sisterhood, a real womanhood. I was already connected with women because of being a teen mom and being a football mom, and was already, getting moms together on weekends to do dinner and drinks because we needed a break from some travel ball and all this kind of stuff. So it was already embedded in me. So I was thinking like, God, give me something that I can provide for the women. And that's how Chit Chat Podcast got birthed. And I'm so excited because it's growing. Every year, something new comes about for it. And October will be year 3 for us. And because we're going into year 3, God has already given me different avenues to take it on different platforms, and also giving me an opportunity to extend it not only just from the podcast, but into a nonprofit, because, based off of the things that we talk about, that cater to women, most things cater around relationship, most things cater around parenting and the things we know. If you're a single mom and need resources and domestic violence and women's health and all of those things are important to us. And so the issues that are important to us, those things that matter. And I wanted to make sure we have the resources available. So we have people embedded in our platform program. We got therapists, we got, coaches and people that we can tag and put on when people need somebody to talk to, when people need, resources for veterans, all these things. We're connecting people, we got real estate agents. So when people need these different things, there's people connected to our platform that we can reach out to and say, hey, so-and-so is moving to your area. They're needing a house, all these things. And so I'm super excited about how we're growing and how we're networking and how we're connecting people, because that's important. And when we do that for women, my motto is, when we empower women, we empower our communities. And that's important because who runs most households in our communities? It's the moms. A lot of women be like, well, I don't have experience in managing, and I don't have experience in operations and all this kind of stuff. Yes, you do. You manage your household every single day. How you manage, soccer schedule, basketball practice, all this stuff. The kids got this going on, that going on. That's operations, honey. So you got, helping people put those things in perspective. That's my consultant, mindset. But helping people put those things in perspective, help people understand it's in you. So that's what Chic stands for. Create her inner courage. Let people know there's things already birthed inside you. You just got to be able to know and allow others to help you pull it out. So, there's something in all of us. God don't design any junk, right? So every time that he has purposely created us, he created us for a purpose. So he already know. Jeremiah 29:11 said he already knew you before you was formed in your mother's womb. He already knew what you was going to do. He already know, and his plan for you is to prosper you. And so, if his plan to prosper you, you can do all things but fail. It might take you longer, but you can do all things but fail. So that's what this platform is all about. So I'm excited. It's about empowering women. It's about women healing, about growing, showing up big in every room, in every capacity they can. And I'm excited about representing you guys as part of that platform on this stage this week, as my platform, as my passion, and as the things that God has birthed in me to share with the world, and with opportunity to share with this organization as a future opportunity for this organization as the future Miss Elite 2026. So, hi, Eric. Just a thought, you should put the New Orleans Saints on your radar. Yeah, okay. We'll see. New Orleans Saints is in my division. My team is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So we own that division. So the New Orleans Saints won't ever be at the top of that list. But I hear you, boo. But Thank you, Dr. Lakeisha. Look, it's exciting to have that. So I'm excited, um, for that, and I'm excited about what we're doing for year 3 that's coming up. And so, you guys should stay tuned. So, all right. So day 5 was today. So day 5 was today on the countdown for the crown. And so today was what is your favorite area of competition? And so I didn't have one particular favorite area of competition. I think every area to me is equally important because it gives you an opportunity to showcase you in a different way every time. When I'm interviewing, it gives me an opportunity to articulate myself. It's an open interview. And it's an open stage interview when other people in the audience are looking at who is Elite Miss Mid-Atlantic. They get the opportunity to see who I am, what I'm passionate about, how well I speak about the things that I'm passionate about. What do I think about someone, this and that when I'm asked questions or whatever. So it's an open interview. So I'm excited about that. And then it also, give you an opportunity to have fun, to be vibrant. So doing the opportunity to have, stuff like the athletic wear, it's fun time. Go do your thing. Go pop out there, have a good time. That's what it's all about. And I know a lot of times we look at it like, oh my God, it's still competition. Yes, it's still competition, but at the same time, I want to be able to enjoy it. When I finish everything, I want to say I had fun doing it. Because if you're not having fun doing it, what's the point of doing it? And so I want to be able to say I've had fun, I enjoyed doing it, and that's the attitude and the agenda that I have for this week. But yeah, and so and then you have the opportunity for the elegance. When you put that dress on, when you put that evening gown on, you should feel like nobody else is in that room but you. The way you sashay and walk that stage should make you understand I own this stage. This is my room. I'm walking in this room. And so that elegance, that time, that moment is for you. How you feel in that moment, how you feel in that dress is all about you. And so so I think every area of competition is going to be my favorite because it gives me an opportunity to showcase myself differently in each area, but equally showcase me in an opportunity for an open interview every time that I step on that stage. And that's exactly what I plan to do. It's an interview. And so I'm hoping every time that I leave that stage, they remember who Elite Miss Mid-Atlantic is, and they're ready to see her the next time she comes back out there. That's the game plan. So so those are the 5 days we've had so far. Tomorrow will be the sneak peek. So if you guys stay tuned for the rest of the stuff on my page, you'll see. I leave on Tuesday, y'all. So it's gonna be crazy. I leave on Tuesday, but we will make sure that you guys stay abreast of what's going on. Preliminary starts on Friday, interviews on Thursday. We get checked in on Wednesday, and a rehearsal and all that. Interview starts on Thursday. Friday is preliminaries. Saturday is finals. So I will be providing an opportunity. If I don't share it because I'll be busy, I'll give it to Jada to make sure she posts it, to share it for you guys to have the link to be able to watch it online. But watch it, send your good vibes, your good energy, all that good stuff. I welcome all of that. Look, Shot Time, it's gonna be electric already, but knowing that I have you guys behind me, wishing me well and doing those things, I'm gonna be super excited about it. So yeah. Hey, Nisi. Thank you, boo. Thank you. I appreciate it. I got to catch up with some of these comments because I've seen some people writing comments. So I want to make sure I catch up with them. No matter how big or small, equality is equal. Yes, Diana, absolutely. Absolutely. And quality matters. people remember that. They remember that. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you so much for your prayers. Appreciate that. And again, those, y'all make sure I get your addresses, because y'all will get the autographed picture sent to you for all those who made the donation. I appreciate you guys. There's different pictures too as well. Y'all look, I'm telling you, I got to brag on my photographer. I'm gonna show y'all a few pictures here, but I got to brag on her so y'all be able to see what I'm talking about, because she did her thing. She did her doggone thing. And so that's why she deserves to be celebrated. So, you guys will get different pictures. I don't know which, picture you'll get, but whatever picture you get they're all signed or whatever. So you'll get different pictures or whatever. And and you'll be able to appreciate, the quality of work that she put in, all of that. Which area are you most excited? Which area am I most excited about? All of them, But I think if I had to pick one over the other, it's either going to be my interview, because I get to talk about my platform, why I'm so passionate about that, or it's going to be evening gowns, because when I tell y'all, the evening gown, I don't have not an inch left in that evening gown. So I've been eating very carefully all weekend. I'm about to go work out today or whatever, because I ain't got no inch. I ain't got no inch left. The dress is dressing. And so, but I love it. It's beautiful. I love it. It fits where it needs to fit. It makes me feel beautiful. And those of us who are who embrace our curves, I've always had them. Even when I was much smaller, I've always had them. I'm a sports girl, so I played softball. So I've always been a thick girl. So you gonna see that. And I embrace that. That's who I am. And baby. So, and it's in my genes. So, but I love it. And so if I had to pick, it would either be interview or evening gown because of that. But nevertheless, but I'm very careful about everything. And I'm very I got a backup to everything. I got a backup for active wear. I got backup to evening gown. I got a backup to everything, because if there's any kind of wardrobe malfunction or anything that can happen, that could possibly happen, I'm gonna have a backup to it. So, I made it possible that, I got 2 evening gowns. I got 2 this, I got 2 that. So there's a backup to everything. So I won't have an issue of, a wardrobe malfunction or this, that going on. I'm not going to stress about it. Hand me the other one. Hand me this one. Give me that one, kind of thing. And that's how I'm going to do it, because I don't need that added stress. I don't want no stress. Yeah, I don't want no stress. No, give me the other pair of shoes. Give me the other earrings. I got extra this, extra that. So, interview, got a backup interview outfit. So I'm not going to be concerned about what if that happens, or what if something, what if a button pop, or what if this or this. No, your girl don't thought about all of that. Y'all know I just retired, so y'all know I got all these clothes in my closet that need to be worn any doggone way. And so they just sitting there, and I've been in athletic wear since I left in April. I ain't putting no suit on, no pants. I think today when I went to church, because I've been doing church online, today when I went to church dressed up, I was like, oh my God, I got to put on some high heel shoes and put some makeup on. I hadn't even put no makeup on, y'all. I hadn't even worn no makeup, because I wore lipstick on our cruise last month or whatever. But foundation, I don't have no foundation on my face, because my face is still clearing up from being sunburned. But I'm excited, because I was determined not to have, I wanted my skin to be clear, drinking all my water, minding my business, all that kind of stuff. But I will be in makeup for the pageant. And so but I'm just got to be prepared because now I ain't been in makeup. Now today I feel like I had on too much. Got put my eyelashes on, lipstick. I'm like, oh, it looking like I got too much on or whatever. But you know, it is what it is when you've been sitting at home looking like nothing. And then you got to look like somebody, and then you feel like, oh, that might be a little bit too much. But I'm excited, and so proud of you, excited for you. Thank you, Keisha. Thank you so much. When I tell y'all, I have not did a pageant since high school. I think the last pageant I did in high school was the Miss Colquitt County pageant. I think I did, and that was right before I left high school to go to college. And so yeah, so I've been out of high school 30 years. And so but you know, your girls your girl's about to do it, and so it's here now. And definitely no turning back. And you know, I come from a family, we don't back down from nothing. We always up for a challenge. However, you know, we gonna be prepared. We ain't finna be blindsided by nothing. I'm the type of person, I'm organized. I like organizational skills. You know, I don't like nothing unorganized, that kind of thing, you know. But so I'm gonna come equipped and ready. And so you know, so it's been 30 years, but I'm ready. I think I'm ready. I'm ready to do it and represent, and you know, and however it ends, you know, I'm gonna enjoy it. I'm gonna have fun and check a box off and say, yeah, you know, I represented, you know, Mid-Atlantic, you know, well, and you know, and I'm proud that, you know, how well I did it as well. So going through the comments, you are beautiful without the makeup. Thank you, thank you. And still, thank you, boo, thank you. Look, I wish I could not wear it. Look, but you know how you get up on them lights, you got to have something, you know, for Patrick. You got to add something. So I'm gonna have to put on something. But I'm still kind of sunburned from the cruise. Still get my color back, but I'm still a little sunburned from the cruise. But it's okay, because when I tell you it's gonna blend right in with what I'm wearing, it's gonna blend right in. So it's fine. But I'm excited, y'all. I'm excited. When I tell you, I appreciate all of you guys following me and encouraging me, and supporting me, all those things, because you know, people don't have to be nice. My mom used to say that all the time. People ain't got to be nice. You know, thank you, D Velocity Photography. Thank you. You know, and you guys have been more than that. You know, I know most of you guys are family and friends, but you guys are big supporters, and I really, really appreciate you guys. And I hope you guys will be online Friday and Saturday, cheering and all that. And I don't know how the People Choice Awards are going to end, but I was on for elite, so I was on a leaderboard for that. So, but it can go either way. So we don't know. But the top winner in each division automatically makes the final. So they'll automatically make the final. They call it the 11 because it's the top 10 plus the People Choice person. So it'll be the final 11. And so so they'll automatically make it. So so that's a shoot in if somebody wins the People Choice. So that's what the People Choice voting was all about. And then plus the proceeds for that, one of our sister queens who was due to compete with us this month passed away a few months ago, and her family will get the proceeds from the People Choice Award to establish a 501c in her honor. And so that's what that money, we decided as sister queens, because it was our choice to decide if we wanted to donate it to a certain organization or, you know, platform or whatever. And we all decided that it should go to her in her honor, since she passed away and wasn't going to be able to compete with us this month. So so her family had that honor to establish that. So I thought that was very honorable and the right thing to do. So we're excited about that for her family. So they're gonna be blessed with that. So all of you who donated, thank you, because it's going to a good cause for sure. So I can make sure. Thank you, Wendy. Trying to make sure I caught all the comments. Eric. So any questions for me before we end? Any questions for me? Last minute questions, throw them out there. Last minute questions, what y'all think, anything that y'all, want to ask, am I anticipating, or things that I've done to prep, whatever you want to ask. We got a few minutes before I wrap up, so go ahead and throw those out there. I wish I would have had some time to catch the Obama's library while I'm there, but they don't even have no tickets available anyways. I already checked. They don't even have no tickets available. So, but you can go to the sites and walk around the site and walk around and take pictures there, but they don't have pictures for you to go in or whatever. So won't be able to do that. I was like, dang, I was going to try to kill two birds in one stone while I was there. But yeah, so my daughter will be up on Friday. She gets there on Friday. She got to take care of the fur babies while mom is gone. What day is the pageant on so we can watch? So the pageant starts on Friday with the preliminaries on Friday, and then the finals is on Saturday. So you should be able to watch. I'll provide the link, or Jada will provide the link, and you'll be able to watch online. I think you can watch on the Petite USA platform, either through their Instagram or Facebook or through YouTube. So I think those are the choices: YouTube, Petite USA Instagram, or their Facebook. But I'll provide the link for you guys as well. But Friday and Saturday. So so it starts on Friday, and then Saturday is the finals. What else? Anything else? Anything else? And y'all, I have met some phenomenal women. I'm telling you, there are some phenomenal women that are competing. There's some phenomenal women with some phenomenal platforms that they're all passionate about. I'm excited. Some of the things that people platforms are about some illnesses and things that they're dealing with personally or have dealt with personally that I have never even heard of. So it has educated me. So for them being advocates for that, educating people on things. One of the girls that was on my podcast earlier this year, when I had introducing some of the queens, she did create her platform into a nonprofit, and she now do like superheroes for the kids who have who deal with the illnesses and the things that she dealt with, or and dance. She has a dance studio and different things like that, so you can dress up. So like I told her, if she ever needs like a what's the little the girl that did the Princess and the Frog, if she ever needs her, I'll be her. I'll dress up and be her or whatever. But yeah, so she's already created a nonprofit for her. So just big things. People are, this gives an opportunity and provide opportunities for people platform to be seen and heard, and people to get involved and to, be educated and be, there's advocacy, that happens, when people start, learning about different things. So that's important. And I think it's so important when you have a platform that you're passionate about. and that it gets the notary and the things that's needed, especially when you're going to be representing an organization. As if you're selected as the winner at the end and you're representing that organization, your platform would be the platform that represents you and that organization going forward, connecting that organization with your platform with others, and across other networks and things of that nature. So it's important. And so I'm excited. It's a great opportunity for Chit Chat Podcasts, to be connected, not just, here globally, but, internationally. After the USA portion, there's a universal portion. So the winners who win at the USA level, they will compete at the universal level. And they just had the universal pageant last week. And so the queens who will be crowning us this week just competed in that pageant last week, and they all did well. They all placed. One came back as a universal. The Miss came back as a universal queen. So hats off to Bianca Smalls. Oh, she was gorgeous, and they all were gorgeous. Like, if you seen how they rocked their costumes, their outfits, their pictures, everything was great. And so we had like first runner-ups on all divisions. Our team was second runner-up. And then the Miss division, she won Universal, the Queen title. And so they all did well. And so that just lets you know the representation of the petite at the USA level, how well they do on the USA level and compete at the universal level. And when you compete at universal level, you compete against Puerto Rico, Jamaica, all those other countries that have their queens come to compete. And you're competing on a cruise. It's a cruise ship, and they have the pageant on a cruise ship, and you're competing. And so, and it's very competitive. So I watched some of the competition off the live, and it's very competitive. So, and yeah, because some of those countries represents very well. Puerto Rico, they represent very well. So, but yeah, but we did really well. USA did really well. So we was excited for our ladies. So they're coming back. It's bittersweet for them. They get to come back, and they get to crown a new queen this week. And so, we'll get the opportunity to see who that will be on Friday and Saturday. So, but guys, that is what I have for you guys today. If you don't have any other questions, thank you guys for joining the Petite Send Off. Look, I'll make sure that Jada posts as much as she can about how things are going. So if you don't get a chance to log on to watch the pageant, I'll make sure that she try to update the information from the pageant on our page, or on my page, or on her page, and share it. And so that way you guys are informed what's going on. And then next Sunday, because we'll be traveling back next Sunday, we won't have a podcast. However, the updates from the pageant will be the info that will be presented for the podcast Sunday. So you'll get all of that info. Jada will piece all that together and present all that to you guys as that Sunday info, but it won't be a live. It won't be a live episode, but you'll have that information or whatever, and pictures and all that kind of stuff to see. So I thank you guys so much for joining me today. Look, y'all know I appreciate y'all real big. Y'all have been great supporters. Some of you guys have been with us with the podcast from day one. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Again, if I have not got your address and you've donated towards the journey to nationals, please message me so I can get, because I'm trying to get those off before I leave, so that way you can get them in the mail this week or whatever. So, but if I miss somebody, please charge it to my head and not my heart, because I got a lot of stuff going on and busy, but you will get it, I promise. So, but if there's nothing else, I want to make sure I'm gonna go back through the comments, make sure I did not miss anybody. If there's nothing else, guys, look, it's go time. It's go time. Look, I have enjoyed it. I'm excited. I'm ready. Look, your girl is 3 more days. 3 more days. It's practice time and then it's stage time. Lights, camera, action. That's how you say it, lights, camera, action. So it'll be lights, camera, action. So they'll get to meet elite Miss Mid-Atlantic and get to know her and see what she's all about. And I hope that, they are well pleased. So thank you guys again for your support, and thank you guys for tuning in today. I hope that you guys will get a chance to watch some of the pageant, if not all of it, Friday and Saturday. And if not, Jada, make sure you guys will get caught up by Sunday with all the information, how things went and all that kind of stuff. Win, lose, or whatever, we still going to update you guys, because it was a great opportunity. This is a great opportunity, not only just for me, but for all of the women, for us to be able to, give our platforms the opportunity to get breath, get life. And so, so it's a great opportunity, and I'm excited about it. And it couldn't have came at a better time. I think, we always ask God, like, God, God don't make no mistakes. And this pageant came at a time in my life on a healing journey that I was on, when I was questioning things and I was questioning myself or whatever. And God put me in a position and in a place to be on a platform where I didn't have to question myself anymore, because he already said, you got to know that you are fearfully and wonderfully made, and know who and whose you are. And so this right here put me back in perspective of that. It gave me an opportunity beyond the crown, beyond the title, all that, who I am, from a period of brokenness, from a period of being, betrayed and hurt and all that kind of stuff. God placed me in this. And I don't think it was a mistake. I think it was all ordained that God put me in a position, for this opportunity. When I tell you, I have no idea how this pageant found me and I found this pageant. I have no idea. I can't even tell you, but we found each other. And I'm glad that we did. And because of that, this opportunity is here, and you see a better version of me, a healed version of me. When I tell you God will give you beauty for ashes, because what some people might think you going through the fire is a done deal. God said, not so. And so he will give you beauty for those ashes. And this is one of those opportunities that he is doing that. And I am so thankful. That's why I would forever, ever serve him and keep him the head of my life. So with that being said, I'm going to close this out, guys. I love y'all big. I love y'all big. Thank you so much for your support. And I look forward to hopefully bring you guys back some great news this week, and I plan to showcase and present myself well, and represent you guys well, and represent this platform well. So thank you guys for being a part of Chit Chat Podcast, and thank you for showing up today with all your sentiments and the things, your encouragement. I'm going to bottle all of that up and take with me this week, because that's important. So I appreciate you guys. Thank you, Nisi, Dr. Lakeisha. Thank you, Diana. Thank you, JJ. I have to give my hats off, because we are parents. A lot of people, we've been doing this for 26 years, kind of thing. We always made parenting the priority. And I can say that as we have grown and matured, so I have to give my hats off to him. We support each other. He's doing new things in his life now, as an artist and things like that. And I've been supportive of that. And so him coming on here supporting me means a lot as well. So I just want to say thank you, Joseph, JJ James. I appreciate that, because that's important. And because we've matured and we're in that space now, it's a testament to other people who might, have seen us years ago, and we weren't in this place, but might have seen us years ago as parents navigating through life and navigating through trying to be co-parenting. and seeing things. Now you see us in a better space and in a better place. And so now you can see the work in the hand of God and the things that maturity and growth can do. So, so that's a testament in itself. So I just want to say, appreciate you. Thank you, Peaches. Thank all of you. Thank you, Eric, for jumping on here. I'll be talking about no saint stuff, but thank you all for showing up. I appreciate you guys, and those of you who on here and haven't spoken or said anything in the comments. Thank you for just showing up and being present in the moment with us during this time. I appreciate all of you, and we'll see you next week or when I come back. And so and I wish you guys a blessed, safe week, as well as hopefully I'll have some good news for you guys. So see you guys soon. Talk to you guys later. Have a good one.